We're up and at 'em. From Kansas City, Dan Kinney, Andrew Wade bringing the action to you. Des Moines Oak Leafs hockey. Kansas City comes in here 6-0. The Leafs at 6-3. Tough task, Coach.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough task just on the rebound from the Turkey Cup. You know, the things that we need to be able to do in this game, just kind of setting the tone. Talked to Scott Long earlier, you know, just kind of things that they're looking for and what we need to be able to do. And the three keys kind of this game that we want to watch for: play disciplined hockey, get back to just discipline, mistake-free. The second one, you know, focusing on the defensive zone. You know, in the defensive coverage, these guys get a lot of shots off, 30 per game. You know, so we want to minimize those number of shots, blocking shots, those type of things, in the defensive zone coverage. And then the last one, you know, trying to create some second chance opportunities, getting things to the net. You know, and look for those rebounds and set yourself up for the rebound shot. Be quick on that. You know, if we can do those three things, we can be very successful against this high-octane offense that Kansas City will bring.
How do you respond after getting shut out, Coach? We got shut out last week against the Capitals. Pivotal game. What do you say to the players to get them going?
You got to first starts off with the draw and get that thing deep, and then set the tone by just having a hard forecheck. You know, but you know what we didn't do very well in the Turkey Cup is getting that third guy high. We got everybody down real low. We got to keep a third guy high, but be able to set a good forecheck. Just set that tempo, and then get just back to basics. You know, it doesn't have to be flashy. Just get things down, ready to go.
Leafs are going to come at you from right to left. All blues today. Gold numbers and white outline. That's Kelty, Kinney, and Glock on the front line. Face-off draw one. Controlled in as Kinney pitches in. Unable to get that's Hender and McGrath on the back line. Those are your five Leafs as they move from right to left here in Kansas City. Tapped on to Kelty. Leafs need to answer quick. A smaller, confined area here. A little different than we've played Wells Fargo and Bucks Arena. See if the Leafs can respond here. Skated in by Kinney. Center and pass, and a good one. Just missed Kelty. Wanted his man. Good pinch right away by the Leafs. They tap it back in. That's tapped in further by McGrath as he was aggressive. Kinney in the forecheck. Just misses his man. That's Kelty, excuse me. Tap back in now. Sent in his corner. Now Kansas City will escape on a 2-on-1. Tap to center ice. Broken up nicely by Hender. That's the senior from Ankeny. Taken behind the net by Kelty. That's the DCG, the left-hander from Waukee. Played all the way around to Hender. Will tap it to the wall. Tapped on farther and controlled by Glock. This will come just off the net where McGrath will have to corral it along the boards. Kansas City now pinching on the front end. 13:55 just underway in Kansas City. Thanks for joining us. If you're at home on your Saturday, Kansas City Jets, Des Moines Oak Leafs on the road against a good foe here today, folks. That's Kelty. Now he'll peel off. Continued on by Hansen as he just enters the fray. In the corner by Gooding. Tapped out of the air and smothered and stopped momentarily on a good defensive play. They're in the corner by the Leafs. They continue on. Pastershell in the front. May Pop looks to dig. They're there. They got one. Right away the Leafs score. Boy, that's big time. 13:26 left in the first period. The Leafs draw first blood 1-0.
And that was good, you know, set up by our coaching staff. They didn't send out our top line, our top goal scoring line. They sent out our number 2 and then came back with our number 3 to then set up, you know, our goal scoring line, kind of a matchup play. And we did a great job of just getting that thing deep, pressuring the puck, putting it out front, and just putting the things on net. And that's that second chance opportunity that Scott's looking for. So good job there.
That's Gooding, Pastershell, and Hansen on the front line. That's Springer. The Blues are a little tougher, folks. I'm not going to kid you. That's Springer and Michael on defense. Springer and Michael on defense. Those are your five Leafs in the ice as they move right to left. In all blue. Shot chance. Hit the side of the net as they attack. Good start by the Leafs. 13:04. They lead 1-0. Now tap to the side. That's the way you get off the bus and make it happen, folks. Right there. Boys are going to work in the corner now. Scrum ensues. That's tackled and sent on by Springer. Now it'll escape the zone. Come all the way down in the defensive zone for Kansas City as they look to circle. Forecheck there in place by the Leafs. That's Kinney in front with Glock. As they apply the pressure. Tapped now sent to the wing. Now tapped in furthermore. Constant pressure. Leafs look hungry. They look good right now. See if they can keep it up. Serial sent across with Kissinger will pick it up. That's a freshman from Adel. We'll get an icing call and a stop and play. Hey, Coach, this is how you want to start, right?
This is exactly the start that we needed. We needed to start fast, but now it's how do you adjust and play with the lead? We got to continue to put pressure, but just with two guys. The last shift, we got sucked in with the third guy getting down low. We got to make sure that we stay disciplined in that offensive zone so we don't get any I-man rushes.
Roland, Shepard, and Cooker in the front line. That's Borud and Kissinger on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they move from right to left in all blue. That one hit the net. We'll try it again at the 12:21 mark. 1-0 Leafs if you've just joined us. Face off to the left of the goaltender from right to left if you're looking at your YouTube dial. Tap now into the corner, now sent further along. Now Leafs off to pick up the pieces. Foot race in the corner. Wrestling match in the corner. Now Borwood, the big fella from Southeast Polk, plays it to the point. Slapper on goal. Caught the traffic in front. Good play by Roland as he sent it to Cooker. Just off the midsection of Cooker's. Roller forced it out of there with an aerial on a nice play. They tap in again. Confrontation just in front of the Oak Leafs bench. Now Borwood's up in front. Good shot in front with a juicy rebound. He puts that low one on kind of like Butler does in the varsity level. Gets some good opportunities. No one there to pinch it on the corner as they look to break the zone, but good work by Postershells. He hustled over, kept that one in. Now sent all the way around the boards to the wing. Now chipped furthermore. Confrontation by the Leafs. Some good forechecking team thus far are the Des Moines Oak Leafs in all blue. It's giving Kansas City fits. 11:16 left to go in the first. Leafs lead. And they've done very well thus far. Chip to the boards. Now chip further along by McGrath. Now stopped and sent into the corner by Hender. He looks to break the zone, unable to do so. As Kansas City puts on a pesky forecheck of their own, but now McGrath will survey it. The right-hander will look it over. Now he'll skate it in front of his net. Try to get Jax Hill, unable to get him, but Hill able to regain himself. They play it to the red line. Now they'll tap it in on the dump and chase. Kansas City working from left to right. Hender pinches. He's able to do so. That's Hill. Unable to get there now, and Kansas City breaks the zone. Fast-paced hockey. They take it wide and they take it right. Slider in front of the net with someone crashing. Unable to get there. Sent out of the zone. Tackled upon by Hender. Forced in the corner again by Wade. Good forecheck by Wade. Back check by Wade. Took his man off the puck. That freed up his man. As Michael looked to skate it from his defensive spot. Took it furthermore in. The left-hander plays it in. And Leafs will get a change at the 10-11 mark here. In a very fast-paced first period where the Leafs, through first blood, they lead 1-0. Front of the net. Now there again, one timer. They got
there
another.
It is.
They got another. Great feed in the corner. Looked like Kenny Kelty and Glock might have got the final touch, Coach.
Absolutely. And where that got created is we had a great forecheck going down, got them to turn it over, and we stayed high in that high slot area, not getting crashing down and trying to help and get too low. We were able to get into the middle and be able to bury it. He had a nice wide open shot, just put it on net. You know, it either was going to go in or there's going to be a second chance scoring opportunity that went in.
Green went low. They punched it low, didn't they, Coach?
Yep.
Behind the net, that's Kelty, Kinney, and Glock on the front line. That's Michael and Springer on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they move from right to left. Chintz, trapped in the corner. Here comes Kelty again. Kelty in the corner. Tapped on by Glock as they go to work again. They're behind the net. That's where they like to be. With Kinney now waiting in front. Kansas City able to break the zone. Now they'll punch it forward. And they'll slap it back in. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. No doubt about it. But Stevens put the snare in that one. First time we mentioned that guy's name. Stevens in goal for the Leafs. All blue, formidable goaltender. Got himself 2 goals to work with, which must be a nice feeling. A tapped and sent out of the corner by Michael. Michael will skate it. Dances. Prances. Looks where Springer controls. Springer will send it over to Michael. He'll check his skates. He'll try it again. Left-hander tries to get it out of the zone. Turned over dangerously. Front of the net. Good back check. Good work by Hansen to get in the corner. Sent to the corner again. Now tapped on nicely as the Leafs are able to escape the zone at the 8:48 mark here in the very first period. Leafs lead 2-0. Now they'll tap that one back in and go to work again. They feed those boys today. Looks really good. Hanson, now forecheck comes out. Good job by Hender. That's Borrud. Hender taking off the puck. That was Kissinger taking off the puck, but able to send it to Borrud, send it back in. And the Leafs are working again in their offensive zone. Chopped into the corner by Pastrachel. Tucked furthermore into the corner on the wing. Back to work with May Pop. The Johnston sophomore goes to work. He's chopping. He's got it. Pop. Nice pass to the point. Good work behind the net. Shoveled one in. They shoveled it in again. Hey, good dirty work by May Pop in the corner. Got it to the point. And just like that, the Leafs lead 3-0.
What happened there is Hanson stayed tight up on top of the circles in the slot area. He didn't move. He didn't go down. And what happened is the defenseman or the defender went towards him, opened up the defenseman. The defenseman was able to get it and just put something on net. Pops it again. 3-goal lead. This is right where the Oak Leafs needed to go with this game. Just a good response from Thursday night or Tuesday night.
Every wave is at a hand in this one. Roland, Shepard, and Cook are going to try it. That's Borrud and Kissinger on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they move from right to left with a 3-goal lead. We're only at the 8-minute mark here in the first period. Tackled on by Borrud. Set check to the corner now. Further along, unable to tap it free. Scrum ensues on the red line, now sent right back in and actually over the Kansas City Jets goal and into the corner. Coach, I don't think anyone was anticipated this exact start.
Not this start, but you know, when you look at what Scott wanted to have happen coming into this game, we've seen these 3 keys come to play. We've played disciplined. We've had some second chance, or at least taken shots to get us second chance opportunities. And then the defensive zone. We've only given up 2 shots so far to this high-octane offense. You know, that averages 30 shots a game.
Undefeated Kansas City finds themselves down 3-0. 7:42 left in the first for the scrappy Leafs. That only whistled offside. Will bring the face-off right and adjacent to the goaltender for the Kansas City Jets, just outside of the blue line. Roland will take the draw. Shepard and Cooker to his right and left. That's McGrath and Hender. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they move from right to left. Here they come, Kansas City. Can't hold them out forever would be my guess. Slot chance, picked up nicely. Tapped on a nice play by Hender. Played a really nice first period. Tapped ahead now by Shepard. Chip pass and a good one. Unable to get there. Juana's man got the stick on it. Man, nifty creativity by the Leafs. Draws an offensive zone faceoff and a stop and play at the 7:19 mark here in the very first period.
If we had just one more step, we might have been able to draw a penalty of a hook or something like that. We just didn't get that separation we needed to go onto a power play, but nonetheless, we got an offensive faceoff.
To the left of the goaltender, that offensive faceoff. Now chipped into the boards, where Hender steps up again. Been a key component Hender has here. The first period for the Leafs made some good decisions, forced the puck down where his forwards could get a hold of it. We get an icing call, another stop and play, sail it all the way back down here at the 7:05 mark. Leafs lead 3-0.
You know, the nice thing so far in this game is we've got contribution of scoring from other lines and other players. It's not just that the 3 leaders of Cooker, Shepard, and Roland, that other people are getting involved, and that's a good sign against a good quality team.
Especially on the road, Coach. This is as good as you could hope for. Behind the net. Now checked, set in front. Slept in. Another one. Into the corner of Blazer. Now tapped to the point. Sent back out with a Kansas City's able to break the zone. They'll take it in. They'll take it wide in the blue where Hendrick tackles his man behind the net. Centering pass. Somehow that found the back of the net. I don't know if it caught the back of a goaltender or not, Coach. But now Kansas City is drawn to 3-1 at the 6:41 mark here in the first period.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate bounce for the Oak Leafs. You know, it kind of went up in the air around the net area, and I think it just kind of went on the back of Zimmerman. You know, and he lost track of it and was able to bounce in. So, again, we have a 3-1 lead. Now you go back. Don't get this momentum where the shift goes towards Kansas City where they can get another quick one within the next minute. You know, get that thing deep. Continue to play disciplined hockey in the offensive zone. Third guy high, no odd man rushes, then we'll be just fine.
Yeah, Zim got caught a little off guard there, I think. Trapped into the corner, now checked upon further by Kinney. Here they come again with the rush. They'll send it to the wing. Now to the point. One-timer. That gets all the way through the zone. Now tapped along the wing or they control it again. Kansas City finding their feet, looks like to me. Front of the net, they got great save by Zim. Another great one. Front of the net again. Steered out of there and finally poked aside. Zim took those down from 24 inches and within. Good composure, especially coming off the tough one that dropped in behind him. The youngster showed some poise and control there, if you will. Kelty goes sailing on all fours. Tackled into the corner by Kinney. A force further along by Glock as Michael, as the Leafs go to work in their offensive zone. A sent to the wing. They'll get it all the way across in a really good outlet. They'll poke it further along. Now they've got numbers if they can exploit it. Tackled and controlled by Zimmerman. Good series by that. Hey, give that young kid credit. An awkward goal went in, and he stood up and made the next three, Coach.
Yeah, and that's good for the confidence of the guys that are out in front of him, and then good for his own confidence, just kind of staying in the flow of the game. It was a good thing that he kind of froze the puck right there, just kind of settle things down. Things are starting to get a little chippy, through the teams, and so settling that down, get it back to a reset.
Pospisil, Gooding, and Hansen on the front line. That's Borrud and Kissinger on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they move from right to left. Aiden Zimmerman goal. Tap furthermore. That's sent by Pospisil up along the red line. May pop in his hand, had his hand in a couple right now. They got one in there again. Just tapped aside momentarily. Still 3-1 at the 5:18 mark. Good aggressive forechecking by the Leafs. Now they'll play it to the point, now the wing. Tap it furthermore. Here they come. Wide they take it. They'll dump it back in just behind Borrud, where Kissinger will pick up the pieces. Confronted by the freshman from Adel. Scrum ensues to the right of the goal turn. Now poked out and they'll skate it. They'll take the red and they'll dump it in and they'll get a chase. Tripped off the puck momentarily, but they'll control it as the Jets look from left to right. It's Shepard, Rowland, Kucher have entered the game. It's McGrath and Hender. Those are the 5 Leafs on the ice dangerously. That went over the left side of the glove of Zimmerman. He had cut off the angle right in front of the bench now. So Kansas City controls again. They've definitely found their footing. Zimmerman will smother that one. And at the 4:25 mark here in the first period, in a 3-1 game, we'll get a stop in play.
Just having these 3 goals early against this goaltender, number 1, Kobe Blinton. He's 3-0 this year with a 1 goal against average, and we've gotten 3 in the first period.
In the first on Tell me that doesn't put you on your heels. Now they got to keep it up. I think the Leafs are looking for the end of the first, in my opinion. It wouldn't be a bad time to take this right on into the first and get a break and collect our thoughts with what we've done. Faceoff comes to the left of the goaltender. Now poked furthermore along. Controlled by McGrath, the right-hander. Sends it to Kucher. That's a left-hander from Urbandale. Now Kucher's got it off the back of his blade. Shovels into the corner. Tap to Kansas City quick and pesky to the puck as they keep it in. They've really found their footing. They look like the team that just got off the bus early on. The goaltender that hadn't had much luck. Front of the net again. They got Zimmerman. They got him down when he was low, and they flipped it over his stick side. And just like that, the 3:59 mark, the 6-0 Kansas City Jets have drawn this to a 3-2 game.
Yeah, we've had a breakdown in our defensive zone. We had too many guys sitting high rather than getting down low, getting in front of what I like to call the home base, which is the dots and below the goal line in front of the net. We had 3 guys out of that home and with 2 guys only in there. It was a matter of time before, if we didn't get that fixed, that they would score, and they did.
Shepard, Rowland, and Kucher on the front line. Michael and Springer on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice. Kansas City controls again. They make a rush. Control the draw and send it in. Leafs having trouble breaking the zone now. 3:44 left. And a very active first period. The Leafs struck with 3 goals to start this game. Kansas City has answered back quickly with 2 of their own. No penalties being called. There's been a couple chances for that. Tapped a little more by Springer. Now guided and sent to Rowland, where he's on the red line working forward, beating off the puck. Kansas City winning a lot of loose puck battles here now. But here comes Rowland. Rowland sends an awkward one in on net, then fouls it up. That's a freshman. Unable to get there. Now chipped off the boards. Tapped in by Springer. Caught traffic where Michael, the right-hander, will control. This is the freshman as well. Sends it all the way back in. Fast-paced hockey. Really good JV game. A lot of scoring. Back they come. Tap. Good look by Kansas City. Wing inside. They wanted the one-timer. They had their man there, unable to convert. Now the Leafs in duress will send it all the way down. We'll get a whistle and a stop in play.
Yeah, and right now, if we can just keep, the top scorers from Kansas City, we kind of, they got down early. They've woken up. Now we got to, eliminate, number 2, Carter Ebus. Don't let him get it going. He has 7 goals on the year within their first 6 games. So, keep him at bay, and he's on the ice right now.
Wade Hill and Spikers on the front line for the Leafs now. Get another quick whistle and a stop and play. It's Borrard and Kissinger on defense. Those are 5 Leafs in the ice as they move from right to left. The goaltender is Aiden Zimmerman. 3-2 game, Leafs lead. 2:50 left in the first, been a good one. Behind the net they control. Tapped along the boards, now tackled. Scrum and Seuss to the right of the goaltender Zimmerman. Giving up dangerously in the slot, but turn it all the way back around. Kissinger goes to work. That's a left-hander from the right-hander from Adele, the freshman. Support by Spikers. Front of the net, no one there to pick up the pieces. Trying to advance the puck out of the zone. They're able to do it. Here comes Wade. 16, the big fella. He's unable to control, but continued on by Spikers. Spikers fights through a crowd of about 5. Sticks flailing. Now sent back in. Now they got a man loose. Look out. Zimmerman. Got him in the 5-hole. 3-3. 2:13 left to go in the first period. 3 unanswered goals by Kansas City has tied this thing up. And now Spikers is reeling in front of his own net.
Yeah, not sure what happened with Zimmerman right there. I don't know if it was when he went down to go scroll out, or if it was on the hand. But nonetheless, now we're back 3-3, kind of starting all over. We had this hot start, the first 5 minutes. Now the next 5 minutes, Kansas City, it's that's I guess the game of hockey where one lead is not big enough. You just got to continue to do the right things and keep things deep and keep firing.
Yeah, fella doesn't want to draw any conclusions, but I think we've all felt a little of that thunder in our lives, haven't we?
Yeah.
2:13 left to go in the first period. We are all locked at 3. Again, the Leafs came out with 3 quick ones. Kansas City stormed back. As you knew they would make a run, just hoping the run wouldn't happen quite this quickly.
Right.
They've been able to tie this thing up. 6-0 Kansas City Jets team. Some big numbers on that one. See if the green line can settle them down. That's Kenny Kelty and Glock on the front line. That's Hender and McGrath on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice. A lot of experience now. Good work by Coach. Set this thing straight. Into the corner. Kenny rubs off his man. Pinched it again. Now sent furthermore into the air. Scrappy effort. Kenny goes sailing. But again, the Leafs are pinching and doing well. Now tap to the wing. They try that outlet. They get their man in the center. The corner they go. Rubbed off by Kenny. Back they come. Good confrontation by Kelty. And now Glock's free. Tap now past the blue line. Sent all the way back in. Maybe that's what we need out of this line, Coach, is a big check. Something to settle this little fella back down. That's McGrath. Leaves it for Kelty inside the blue. 121 dangerously. Zimmerman, they got him. They got him on the glove side and the near side. And just like that, at the 1:18 mark here in the first period, Kansas City has taken the lead with 4 unanswered.
Yeah, and we were a little cautious here in our defensive zone, trying to get the puck out. It wasn't fast paced, and so when you get the puck, 3 feet in front of the blue line, that puck's got to get out of your zone.
Yeah.
We did not. They got it back in. We were late. We were getting back. Left that wide open lane going right to the net, and they bury it. So some of the things that we're going to have to fix moving on in this game.
Pospisil, Gooden, and Hansen on the front line. That's Springer and Michael on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice. I don't know if we have a shots on goal. I don't see a shots on goal category here anymore on the boards, but I bet we can get them between periods. That's a scrum right in front of the Oak Leafs bench. You can bet there's some chirping going on there just inside the blue line, enough to where they'll whistle it and stop it with 56 seconds left to go in the first period.
Yeah, going back to shots on goal, like you said, I've been kind of keeping track. You know, at one point we were only giving up 2 shots, and since they've gotten to 4 goals, they're up to, you know, they've had 5 shots basically and got 2 or 4 goals off those 5 shots.
They've definitely answered quickly, and here they come again in the slot. Torn up by Michael. Now we get a whistle and a stop and play, and I believe this will be our first penalty. It'll happen at the 47-second mark here in the very first period. They're going to open the gates for Michael, the freshman, and the Leafs are going to go on a Rise Pest Control penalty kill.
And this will be a strength on strength. You know, Kansas City's power play, they convert in 14%, you know, and 6th in the league. We're 95% on the penalty kill, 4th in the league. So it's going to be power on power right now.
Leafs done very well with this thus far. See how they can handle this crew. It's Pospisil and Kucher on the front line, Borrud and McGrath on defense. These are your 4 Leafs on the ice in the Rise Control penalty kill. Shovel. They get it all the way through to the slot. Used an aerial to get it there. Now they got to work in the corner, and they set up to the right of Zimmerman. Now they put it to the wing. A controlled pirouette back. They'll send it to the point. 25 seconds to go. 1:36 left to go. Be some overlap in the penalty. Great feed, and it was wide open. Unable to contain it. Now control along the wing. 12 seconds to go in the period. 1:24 in the penalty. They're setting up for that beating. Now checked into the corner. Now control Pospisil is unable to dig it out. Sent back into the corner again. Well, they got 1 second to go, and they're not going to make it happen. They'll have 1 minute 13 seconds left to go on the 1-man advantage when we start the second period. It's the Kansas City Jets 4, the Des Moines Oak Leafs 3, as we start period number 2 in a second. Thoughts from the first, Coach?
Well, you know, it was a fast start, exactly the start that we needed and we wanted. But then as it progressed, and Kansas City kind of woke up and looked to see, you know, what we were doing and matching up. We just had a few errors. You know, and that goes back to that discipline and being disciplined in the things that we do. And then, you know, Kansas City was able to convert on those. Here, on, you know, going back into the power play, Kansas City runs a pro-style power play, so it's nothing fancy. They're just going to move the puck, and so we just, in order to defend that, you got to play a box, and then just have active sticks, and you have to do stops and starts. If they get us where we're doing, you know, airplane turns, they'll beat us on that. And so you got to have active sticks, put your sticks in the passing lanes, and take away any of those cross-ice passes, which they were trying to convert to that backdoor area.
Yeah, they are. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Come in from that wing once they set it deep into the zone, catch their man streaming, and we'll flip it around. 15 minutes back on the clock. Kansas City Jets will come back from right to left. They'll be Blue Breezers, white tops. They got a little royal blue in there, if you will, and navy blue numbers. The Leafs in all blue today. Blue Breezers, blue tops, white and gold trim and gold numbers.
You know, and I always talk about, you know, you want to win periods, right? You know, early on I thought, man, we're going to win this period. We can move on, go back, you know, your messages, it's 0-0 again. Let's win this next period. Well, now we've fallen down where we're back. We lost that period. Now you got to go back and win this next period. This is the period we have to win.
Kelty, Glock, and Kinney on the front line. And that's McGrath on defense. Those are your 4 Rise Pest Control penalty killers. That's Borrud. It's Borrud and McGrath on defense and sent all the way down. Nice play by Cade to keep it going. Kelty and Kinney will be your rabbits on the front of this Rise Pest Control penalty kill. They got 57 seconds left to do it as Kansas City attacks with speed. Now they'll take it wide. Kid can pick him up and put him down. He's still there. Now he'll send it to the point. Now he'll leave it outside the point dangerously. Able to get there. 42 seconds left to kill. Mostly self-inflicted by Kansas City at this point. Unable to get a shot as the second period started. Leafs down 4-3. Slot. They still haven't had one. Good pressure up front. Now back behind the net they go. 26 seconds and counting on the penalty. Now they've got a chance in the slot. They tried that pass that you talked about, Coach, right through the crease, unable to convert it. McGrath joins the fray. Front tackled, now sent furthermore. And now they'll set it up traditionally with 12 seconds to go. Point, shoveled in. Zimmerman sees it, stops it, 9 seconds left in the penalty. 13:56 left to go in the second period. Leafs down 4-3.
Yeah, and Kansas City was trying to set up when they were cutting across. You know, it forces your defense to be able to either react, you take him and not let him get a shot, but then it opens up the defenseman, and the defenseman was able to crash down, and that's who they were trying to get to. So, you know, they're trying to set up a kind of a decoy, and we converted, and we did well.
Leafs got 9 seconds left to kill on this one. That's Wade and Hansen on the front line. That's Springer and Glock also on the ice. Those are your 4 rise control penalty killers. The Leafs are now at full strength. Front of net, they're there again. Tapped aside, sent to the left by Kissinger. Hansen goes down on a big blow. In the corner where Wade's there, standing guard. Scrum ensues, now sent in front. Tap now where Hansen controls. Wanted Wade. Hadn't gotten started yet. Now he goes to work on the offensive zone. Sent back in. Stopped by Zimmerman. Tackled the corner by Glock. Pushed forward a little bit by Wade. Scrum ensues to the left of Zimmerman. Now it's tackled and sent out of the zone. Great pass, centering pass by Kansas City. One more one-timer. Unable to get something on it. Boy, I tell you, since about the 7-minute mark in the first period, Kansas City has not only found their footing, they've found full stride. And the Leafs are paying dividends against it at this point. 4-3, 12:52 mark. Centering pass against. That's Wade will be the closest to it. Traps his man and takes the puck. Sent furthermore along. That's Wade again tapping. That's a freshman from Roosevelt. Now to the point they go. Able to free it up. Got all the way through to Zimmerman. He's able to seal off the 5-hole at the 12:37 mark here in the second. We just stop in play.
Yeah, we're struggling right now just to be able to get a clean breakout. You know, a lot of it's just a little touch here, a little touch there. We're not you know, getting into areas where we can get a pass in, you know, to get a clean break. And so hopefully this line change helps with that.
Defensive zone face-off to the left of Zimmerman. Tackled and poked out of the zone. And a nifty effort. That's Kucher. Front of the net. He wanted Shepard. Shepard's behind, tries to dump it for his line mate able to get there. Now shoveled furthermore. Tom McGrath's able to send it in. It's Shepard, Kucher, and Rowland on the front line. Hender and McGrath on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they work in their offensive zone. Tapped out of the air, deflected momentarily. Rowland had the stick up pretty high. I think that's what they're going to say, Coach. A little too high to gather that one out of the air. 12-weight mark, we get another stop and play.
Well, I think that the puck was actually off of a Kansas City player. We never got to it, and Kansas City player played it first, and so that's where the stoppage was. Too bad we couldn't get on there to get a nice opportunity for a second chance score.
Offensive zone face-off, tap, one-timer. They got one! Right off the draw. They took it in. Kucher dumped it in off the back of his blade. The draw was won, and just like that, the Leafs answer 4-4 in a really good hockey game. 12-minute mark here in the second period. Right off the face-off.
Right off the face-off. Win that face-off. We got it to the side. Shepard got over, or Kucher got be able to just enough of it to get on net or around the net, and we were able to get to the backside, and Shepard went right to the back door and was able to tip that in. So easy goal when you draw it up that way and be able to execute.
It's a huge answer after giving up 4 straight. The boys in blue come back. That's a trickler now. Kansas City goaltender, for as good a season he's had, is a little off of his game at this point. 4s. 11:55 mark. Kucher, Shepard, and Rowland will stay on the front line. Hender and McGrath on defense as an offensive zone faceoff will happen to the right of the goaltender. As you're looking at it from the YouTube screen from left to right, that's Rowland on the draw. That's the freshman. Leaves it at his feet. Controlled by Kucher. One-timer. Low one with Rowland poking. Good pressure by those boys as well.
Right now, if I was Rowland, he did a good job of getting the draw and be able to just tie his guy up so Kucher can come across and come and scrape off his butt to be able to then pick up the puck and get a shot. I would kind of change it up right now. Do something different. See if you can draw it all the way back and have Kucher go to the top of the circles, you know, just so you're not doing the same thing over and over again.
Let's see if he does it, Coach. Played it forward. Stop and play. 11:48 mark. We'll leave him right here. Boy, it's been the tale of 2 cities, if you will. The Leafs jumped out. Quick 3-goal lead, clicking on all cylinders. Kansas City roared back for 4 straight. A late goal here by Kucher to start the second period has locked this thing at 4. A real good hockey game. Front of the net. Just dug out by the Kansas City defenseman. Now they'll skate it. They'll take the blue. They'll tap it all the way back in. They borrowed a few too many lines. Then Nyson called a stop and play. The 11:34 mark here in the second period of a 4-4 game. 6-0 undefeated Kansas City. Hands full today. Leafs came off the bus.
And if we just continue to just make these strides and win this period, that's what we got to concentrate on. Win the period.
Postrish on the draw. Left at his feet, still in front. Kansas City able to break the zone. They'll take the blue. Now they'll cross and take the other blue. Here they come. Snapper. They'll sail to the left of Zimmerman. Front of the net, a good extra feed. Boy, they like that backdoor, Coach. You called that between periods. That's their MO, no doubt about it. Got to figure a way to keep that kid out in the backside, don't we?
Yeah, and the defensemen have to recognize that and just protect the back door. Don't allow anybody to go in there. If somebody creeps down, you just got to have a head on a swivel.
A puck further along where Hansen controls. Sends it behind the net. Gooding's the first to engage. Sent now to the wing. Kenny enters the fray on the corner. Trapped in, just escaped the tall, outstretched arms of Borutz. That had to be pretty high in the air. Kid's a tall drink of water. 10:44 mark, stop and play.
Yeah, as a defenseman, you have the advantage of being able to see the whole ice. And what you can't get fixated on is where the puck is all the time. You just got to keep moving your head, rotating around, scanning everything. If you see somebody starting to come down, then that's where you react to take away that back door, because that's what they're trying to get to.
Kenny Kelty Glock. Front. Kenny, slider. Couldn't make traffic, couldn't get through. Still left it though. Front. Kelty's there as well. Now scrambles. These guys do all their work about 18 feet away from the goal. Now they go to work again. That's Glock. Tap to the edge. Taken off the puck by Kelty, but not enough to keep it in the zone as Kansas City quick to the challenge. Kenny finds Kelty at the red line. Kelty will take it in, send it behind the net. See if they can get something going. Back they go again. Now play to the wing. Kept in. Slider. Slid to the side. Along the wing. Pirouette taken momentarily. Now Michael. He'll try his own. He caught traffic. He'll try it again. The right-hander, the freshman, found his way through. Still there. Glock's there. Backhander. Kelty just missed the net. Good scrappy move. Now Kinney's got him trapped against the boards. They send it back in. A lot of hockey being played to our right. 9:45 mark. Icing call had them on their heels, Coach.
Yeah, good pressure and good movement within the offensive zone and just kind of covering. Those three guys like to get down deep, and sometimes when you do that and you get used to that, sometimes you lose that third guy high, and it's an easy break the other way. They did a good job of transitioning and making sure one guy stayed high and be able to keep that puck in.
Mean Green likes it below the net, no doubt about that. Offensive zone face-off to the left. That's Wade. Able to control it momentarily. Now stolen and poked outside the zone by Kansas City. Chopped in by McGrath. Kansas City plays catch. Good forecheck by Wade. Took his man off the puck. Now he's got him all out of control. Good pressure by the Leafs. 9:24 mark here in the second. McGrath unable to snare it. They'll have to go back and pick up the pieces, and they better hurry. A lot of speed coming. Hender's there again. Jason Henry, the senior. Good feed now coming out of the backside and dumped in just off the side of the goal. All down with spikers. We'll get an offensive zone face-off in the stop and play at the 9:08 mark here in a 4-4 game in the second.
That one there, sometimes you don't want to dump things on the net. You want to get things to the corner, especially if you got other guys coming. That time, Spikers didn't have anybody really around him, so it was kind of good to just dump it in on net, get a coverage, and get a face-off in the offensive zone.
Rowland, Cooker, and Shepard on the front line. Hender and McGrath on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they get to work in their offensive zone with 9 minutes left here in the second period. The 4-4 game of the beauty. That's McGrath. Behind the net. Joined the scrum ensues directly behind Zimmerman. Now check to the point. Controlled, kept in by Kansas City. Let's go behind the net. Zimmerman will watch it again. Cougar looks to break the zone. Now trapped in again along the boards. Scrum ensues again along the corner where Cougar now try to break the zone. Stolen again and taken behind the net. Now tapped along the zone. This is where these guys have got to be, and it's a great feed. Tried Cooker is a little outside, and he's not. Cooker didn't recognize it. He'll have to circle back. Now check to the red line. Now grabbed it by Hender on a great pinch. Now controlled by Hender again. Now tapped on a nice pass by Hender. Furthermore to go. Finally get into the offensive zone. That's where these boys have got to be in open ice to be effective. Trapped along the boards. Kept in nicely. Sailed, caught the defenseman. Sent behind the net. Tapped on by Cooker track. McGrath decides to pinch. It pays off. Keeps it in. Rolling off the back of his blade. Cooker off the back of his. Now Shepard. Good pitch there by the Leafs again as they're able to keep it back in. Good pressure by the Leafs. Unable to get a real good quality shot, but they were able to control the action, almost like a football team playing for field position, Coach.
Yeah, and those are the things that you just need. You know, just continue to keep the thing deep because Kansas City can't change. If you continue to get it deep, you know, you could go one guy change, and it's an advantage to us because we're closer to our offensive zone. And so it's a good play just to keep that thing deep until you can wear them down to get a good quality shot.
Postra showing the draw. That's Hanson now goes to work in the corner. The junior from Dowling. Good lumber laid there by Gooding, I believe. In the corner, and it was. Now they'll escape the zone, and they got numbers. Back, they come in a good back check by Hanson. They're still there. Now broken up in a good play by McGrath. Front of the net and that back door thing. Man alive, we got to get our hands wrapped around that little fella. That's how they score their goals. I can see sat here for 13, 14 short minutes, Coach, and that's how they get them, isn't it?
Yeah, and where that all started is, Bolerud pinch, then they were able to break it out. They had a good back check. Bolerud's coming back. He was late recognizing a guy there. He did recognize. He started getting there, but as he was making a movement there, the puck was going at the same time, and so he just got there in the nick of time, so they're going to get a good quality shot.
Pasta showing the draw. Bolerud moves up the pinch. Behind the net they go. Scrum ensues to the left and behind the net of Zimmerman. One-timer from the corner, Zim, glove save. 6:53, 51, 50, 49, stop and play, which is a little awkward. There, they did it. I got 8 seconds of my life I want back, Coach. I got 8 seconds of my life I'm going to need back at the end of this game. Need a little conversation with the scorekeeper. Who knows? Maybe we don't want those 8 seconds. You know how that works. You've been on both sides of that.
Oh, yes.
Back they come. Leafs looking to break the zone. Trapped in the corner. Smothering taken on now. Scrum ensues again. Leafs looking to break the zone. 6:35 left to go. 4-4 game. And a good one. Leafs started with 3 straight. Kansas City answered with 4 straight. And Cooker wrapped one in off the back of his blade to tie this thing at 4 to start this period. It's been the longest spurt of the game where there hasn't been a goal. And it might have encompassed all of about 5 minutes. That's sent all the way where Hanson looks to break it out. Got Pospisil loose. Unable to get May pop on the fly. But now Gooding will chip it into the corner. The Leafs will get a change. See if they can lay the hammer down here. They play it to the wing. Kept in on a great play by Michael. Stepped up and did it. Michael, front. Still there. Control now taken off the puck. Pinch attempt again by Kelty. Now they've got problems. Great back check again by Michael. Back and forth hockey. That's the aforementioned Michael. Just missed the puck. Front of net now controlled. He'll shovel. Well, Kinney's got a chance if he hurries. That's Zach Kinney, the right-hander. Wrestled off the puck, but leaves it for his man, Glock. No one able to pick up the pieces. Back comes Kansas City, 5:29. Back and forth hockey. Good play in the corner there by Kissinger. Got it off his feet. Front of net, Zimmerman. Still a scrum. Taken out of there. Now finally drawn out of there by Kelty. Had to go in there and dig it out of the back of his blade as there was a serious conversion in front of the net. No one got a good stick on it for Kansas City, but they were there with the puck and it looked to be free. That's McGrath, the right-hander. Tries to play past his opponent, unable to. Here comes the back door again. You see 47 floating. 20's there as well. Chopped now behind the net. And controlled by Kelty. So he looks to break the zone. Kansas City now in control as they control it on their point. At the 4:50 mark, they played into the open ice. Tapped and set behind the net. Finally broken out of the zone by Kinney and McGrath. Now Kinney will control it from the red line, take it on in, tap it in. But Kansas City quick to the draw again. 4:36 in counting. Sent back in. That's Wade. Big fell in the corner, the right-hander. The freshman from Roosevelt. Tap now behind the net it goes. Directly behind Zimmerman. Scrum ensues to the left and over the shoulder of Zimmerman. Here they come again. Look out. They go to the point. Now they send it to the wing. Now they send it behind the net. Kansas City looks like they're in control at this point. 4-minute mark. Front, chance, slot. That went right through the crease. Didn't escape the zone on its own inertia. Now sent back into the corner by Hill on a good forecheck. Wade's there as well. As the Leafs look to dig it out of their defensive zone. Have some issues doing it. 3:49 and counting in a 4-4 game. Back in the corner and sent all the way back around where they're able to confront it. That's Spikers in the corner. Now sent all the way back around. As the Leafs look doing anything they can to break the zone here, Coach. Having trouble, Kansas City really putting the heat on him. Swipes, that Spikers swiping. Hill as well. Wade joins the fray. Now he's able to get it out of it. Wade's able to advance it to the red line, but no further. Dump back to the red line where Wade's able to finally force it in to the offensive zone to get a much needed breather. But back they come again. As to the low and to the left of the glove side of Zimmerman. He's escaped the zone. Now tapped and sent outside the red line, 3:04. I think the Leafs need that break. I think. I'd like to see him get to the end of the second here all locked up. But they're in front trying it again. That's Hill in front of the net. He's unable to get anything on it. Hender now traps it into his feet and his body. Borwood now, he'll send it all the way back down in as Shepard, Cooker, and Rowland enter the fray while it's in their offensive zone. They'll have to reset and do it again, 2:39 mark. As back comes Kansas City. That'll be sent into the Oak Leafs bench. We'll finally get a stop in play.
Yeah, we got stuck into our defensive zone, and a lot of it was because everything was pinned down on the boards, and we didn't have any outlets. And once you're trying to go up the boards and try to jam it up, you're very unlikely to be able to get it out. So, you got to look for that open ice and be able to just fire it.
Rowland, Cooker, and Shepard on the front line. Hender and Borwood on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice as they move from left to right. That's Hender, the senior. That's Cooker, the sophomore from Urbandale. First one to get to the puck will be Shepard. In the corner. Rowland off the back of his break. Centering pass, a good one to Cooker. Popped it in the air. Now Cooker took one to the jaw. Stop and play at the 2:10 mark. Good feed by Shepard to Cooker in front. No dividends played. That puck was in the air awkwardly. Goaltender for Kansas City able to make that save. 4-4 game, 2:10 left to go in the second period. A really good hockey game. Rowland will take the draw. The right-hander. Cooker, short one. For Shepard crashing. That's Borwood on the pinch. Worked again by Cade. He's pretty good at picking those spots out. Slot chance, short side. Now taken off the puck is Shepard violently to the right of the goaltender. Scrum ensues now to the left where Hender is pinched again. Good work by him. He's played a good first period as well. Back they go as Shepard looks to control. Front, they try a slot shot to Rowland. Didn't have the angle he wanted. Hender able to check it in. Now the Leafs better hurry because numbers look like they're in Kansas City's favor. Controlled on a good back check by Hender. Sends it forward and Cooker will send it to open ice with 1:30 to go. Now we got a whistle and a stop in play at the 1:31 mark here in the second period, Coach.
Yeah, we had some good opportunities offensively. We're getting a little bit knocked around, but I think that builds your energy. I think Cooker getting knocked around a little bit. When he gets a little attitude, that's when he plays his best hockey.
Pospisil, Hansen, and Gooding on the front line. That's Michael and McGrath in defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice. They move left, right, and all blue. Blue reads those white tops, gold numbers. The Kansas City controls down below the net. They're able to slide it all the way to the blue line. Now they'll check it back in. 1:14 left to go. Well, Gooding will play it in the corner to Hansen. Hansen will dump it, trying to free Pospisil. Unable to do so. The trap along the scrum ensues to the right of Zimmerman. 1 minute left exactly here in the second period. Controlled now sent and dumped in an area along the corner in any attempt to get out. Leafs been scrambling here for quite some time. Trying to keep this a 4-4 game. They're able to break the zone. It's McGrath. He'll check it ahead. Almost had Pospisil free and clear. Good thought by McGrath. Tried to play an aerial off the back of his blade. Pospisil had found his way past the defenseman. Unable to advance it to him now. Scrum sees behind the corner. That's Maypop again. So he goes to work. Off his feet and his stick. Now he tucks it back in off the back of his blade. Sent furthermore along. Some physical play now. Front of the net, a good one. 1-2, they got him! That's Pospisil on the weak side. 17 seconds left to go in the second period. The Leafs take the lead, 5-4.
And that's, that was just, put it down deep, get in the pressure, just stay on it deep, and force Kansas City to make a mistake. They made a mistake. They dropped two guys up below the goal line. They left the front. We were able to put the puck somewhere in the front of the net. Got one opportunity, got a second opportunity, and then the third opportunity went in. So, the big coaching point that Scott had at the beginning of the game, second chance opportunities, and we've been creating that.
Kenny Kelty and Glock on the front line. Borrud and Hinder on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice. 9 seconds to go. Behind the net they go. Kenny stole the puck. Tries to shovel it. Still in front. 2-1. Wraparound. Found its way into the goaltender. And the Leafs take a 5-4 lead into a really, really good hockey game. We'll get a scrape in the stop and play. As Dan Kinney, I'm fouling the puck. Andrew Wade's making all the decisions, calling all the shots. We'll be back for the third and final. Thanks for joining us. Go. All right, welcome back. Des Moines Oakleys hockey in Kansas City. Dan Kinney, Andrew Wade on the call. Leafs lead 5-4. Boy, tale of a bunch of different cities here. Leafs jumped out quickly with 3 straight goals. Kansas City off answered with 4 of their own, and then the Leafs piled on 2 of their own. Leafs got it started in the first period. Jack Gooding on feeds from Ben Hansen and Mason Pospisil. Then the Leafs' second goal, and a goal by Quinn Glock. Assists went to Kelty and Zach Kinney, and then they piled on their third one, Jason Kissinger, on an assist from Mason Pospisil. Then it was 4 straight by Kansas City until the Leafs were able to answer again at the very start of the second period. Pospisil from Kinney and Gooding, and I believe that's where we stand going into the third. Coach, been a great game to watch. You have some keys to victory here in the third.
Yeah, I think, this period, as offensively it was, this third period, we need to be able to play an inside-out game. And what we mean by inside-out, we got to make sure that we protect everything in the dots. From the dots out to the blue line. Our defensive zone, one of the keys that Scott was looking for, we got to stay home and we got to play tough in there and keep sticks and get pucks to the boards. And then if you have to, there's nothing wrong with icing the puck. Eventually, if it holds 5-4, if you get to the red line, get the thing deep, make Kansas City use the whole ice, and just send the 1-2, forecheckers. But we got to be consistently having a third guy high, no odd man rushes. This high octane offense, which hasn't, they have 11 shots on net through 2 periods when they average 30 in the game, and so, eventually they may awaken again and be able to then just pepper you with shots. And so you got to minimize that by just positionally being prepared and doing things sound. And so defensive zone, playing within the dots, inside out game, offensive zone, two guy forecheck pressure, third guy got to stay high.
So we'll put 15 back on the clock. The Leafs now are going to go from right to left. They'll be in all blue. Blue Breezers, blue tops, outlined in white with gold numbers. Kansas City be coming from left to right in your YouTube screen with Navy Breezers, white tops, and navy blue numbers. There is some royal blue in that little fella if you're looking for a secondary or third-dairy color. 15 on the clock. Boy, I tell you what, be a great opportunity for the Leafs if they could come out of here. Kansas City undefeated. 6-0. Leafs lead them 5-4 with 15 to go. But we're in the friendly confines of Kansas City, and we'll start with the Mean Green Machine. That's Kelty, Glock, and Kinney in the front line. Hender and McGrath on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs as they move from right to left. Kansas City quickly controls. 14:49, just underway in the third. Checked out finally to the point by Glock. Almost tapped ahead by Kinney. Now Kelty's able to get a part of it. Wrestling match right in front of us. That's McGrath. Good feed. Got it through. Lost it momentarily. Kelty did. Had it on the edge of his stick. Unable to continue on past the blue. A tap furthermore and sent back into where Zimmerman will raise his hand and stop that one. I think that's what we wanted to do, is nullify those boys to start this period, right, Coach?
Yeah, if we can contain and hold them up, not get a clean transition into the offensive zone, pays dividends for us. And now got an automatic offsides, and so or intentional offsides, going to go down for an offensive face-off. So see if we can muster something off the face-off here.
That's Kelty and Gooding and Hansen in the front line. Springer and Michael on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice. There comes Kansas City, and they're loose and free. Just missed the stick side of Zimmerman and up over his shoulder. Now sent to the point. Now tap furthermore in where Hansen looks to engage. Hansen still with the puck. Strong on the stick. Continues on. Now given up just inside his own blue line, and back comes Kansas City, who's able to all the way to the red line, and now they'll take it into the blue. Awkward bounce right in front of us. Stabbed into the corner, now controlled again by Kansas City on the wing. Front of the net, the back door's there. Zimmerman scrambling. Still there, Zim steps up, stops that one. Stop and play at the 13:45 mark here in the third period. Leafs still up 5-4.
I see us doing a little bit too much kind of running, trying to force things. We just got to be able to do the simple things, get things deep. Just positional play. Right now we've been able to get outside of that. We just got to get back to that.
He's able to break that face off and move it to the side, but now Kansas City back to work again. Short side. Wanted Zim on the high side, the glove side. That hit the post or maybe the back of the post of the net. Kansas City's back to work again. Now poked out, he's skated out by Rowland. With Cougar down the left side. Rowland quickly taken off the puck on an aggressive back check by Kansas City. It has definitely been their period to start. Wrestled on by Kissinger, gives it up momentarily. Back check by Cooker, kicks it. Look out, back door's open again. Unable to get the stick on it. Got to wrap our arms around that little fella. Back in the corner to go to the right is Zimmerman. Come all the way to the point, controlled by Kansas City, check now to the wing. They go to work behind the net now, and here he comes. Approaching from the backside. Tackled by Cooker, still there. Back they go. It's been all Kansas City to start the third. They're down 5-4 at home. They're undefeated. Zim, good save. Scrambles, he's still there. Front of the net. That one kicked to the side, the glove side. Somebody needs to make a play here, a hit or something, coach. That'll be shoveled into. Somebody needs to make a play or hit or something here, coach, to change the momentum of this one. 12:29 stop and play.
Yeah, right now, the only good thing or the positive thing is everything's going to be on the outside. But, things get in front. We just got to, get our shoulders down, get our stick down, and muscle it out.
Kelty, Kinney, and Glock on the front line. Hender and McGrath on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice. Zimmerman kicks that one aside. It's controlled by Hender. He'll stop, send it to the wing to Kinney. He looks to poke it out of the zone. Able to get it to the blue, but no further. As Kansas City will control and dump and chase again. Leafs looking for any recipe to play some hockey in their offensive zone. Now tap bar, Kinney got a stick on it, and the Leafs will be able to fetch this one, and they call it good. As Glock goes to work in the corner. Pinched by Kelty on a nice pinch. Stopped, controlled by Kinney. Kept inside the zone. Trapped in again by Kelty. He looks to dance. Now freed up, a scrum ensues to the left of the goaltender. It's Kelty in front. Kelty behind the net. Hender, one-timer. Went over the top of the net. Good feed as Mean Green finally turned the tide on this one. Stop and play, 11:44.
Yeah, good opportunity by Hender to get down in there and wait for our forwards to see him in the high slot area. We just need to get that control, just get it on net. Just kind of lost it. Got it up in the big netting.
Face-off come right adjacent to the goaltender for Kansas City, just outside the blue line. As they control and they try a play that we've seen a little bit of in our life. That long stretch pass along the boards. Leafs will send it all the way to the red now. Kansas City controlling the dump and chase. 11:30 left to go in this one. That's McGrath in the corner. Gathering controlled again by Kansas City as they work underneath the goal. Centering pass front. It's between Zims. Now they're pushing and shoving in front, if you will. Zim had that one smothered. Saw that little entry pass. And stop and play at 11:17. Be a defensive zone face-off. They'll move it to the left of Zimmerman now. Pastachel will take the draw. Michael will step up and play a wing, and Gooding is there as well. At least working from right to left, see if they can break the zone. That's Springer. All the way around the net, unable to advance it. Front of the net, short side, Zim. Good kick save to his left. They're there again. Way too much time in front. Still there, Zim forced to flush that one aside with the stick. The 11-minute mark. Leafs are on their heels, protecting a 1-goal lead against the undefeated Kansas City team. Teed up, that'll come all the way across the crease on a blazer. Now trapped the scrum and sees along the corner. Good confrontation by Springer. That frees up the puck where Pastachel is able to dump it in. Good work by Springer. Come in there and lay the lumber. Good nicing and stop and play, but we'll take anything at this point, Coach. We're on our heels.
Yeah, we are on our heels, and what I don't want us to see is us playing not to lose. there's a difference between playing to win and playing not to lose. Right now, I think we're just getting on our heels a little bit too much, trying to protect this lead, and we just need to still be aggressive, but we need to be under control.
Face off to the left of the goaltender. Tackle in the corner, Scrum ensues. That's Gooding. He joins the play, the freshman. Front chance. Borrowed with his feet. Able to poke it free. Centering pass. Now they get it out of the zone. That's Hanson. The junior for Dowling. Tap, pass, look. Shoveled. Another extra look by the Leafs. Good short side effort there by all three of the forwards for the Leafs. They're unable to pay dividends, but it's good to play some hockey to my left. The 1-goal lead, 10:09. Nelson be pinched outside the zone with Borrowed. I'll pick it up the big fella. Left behind the net. Short side. They had the back door again. Unable to convert. Tap. Hit that thing outside the zone, and they're able to do so. That's Pospisil. May pop off the back of his blade. Ridden onto the red line. He's able to shovel it in, where the Leafs will get a change. See if they can get something going here. Front, Shepard looks. Right-hander. Unable to get there. Found himself alone in the slot. Pinched again. A good active stick by Cooker to try to create something. Unable to do so. McGrath, the right-hander, he'll turn and circle, look it over, send it to Cooker. Now checked by Cooker to Shepard. Shepard dumps it along the boards to Rowland, who had circled free. Unable to advance it. There's now some neutral zone hockey. We'll take a big dose of that if we could for the next 9 minutes. Back they go in the corner. Tackled and now sent back behind the net as McGrath will have to dig it out. Right behind Zimmerman, he starts it. Quarterback, and that's McGrath, the right-hander. Plays an aerial. Caught the paw of a would-be winger, now dumped into the Oak Leafs bench at the 8:59 mark in a 5-4 game. In the third period, we will stop and play.
So now you get to this 9-minute mark of the period, and what you need to look for is winning the defensive blue line. Pucks that you're able to get out, you got to get out. You get it within the 3 feet. Those pucks need to get out so they can't just force things in. We start to scramble.
Enter Mean Green, Kinney, Kelty, Glock on the front line. Michael and Springer in defense. Those are your 5 Leafs in the ice. Scrum ensues now continued along by Glock between the feet of Kinney. Scrum ensues in front of the Kansas City bench as Leafs continue to work along that edge. Scrum ensues again. They're able to turn the tide. Well, now Glock's able to face it down, unable to continue on. Kelty tries to advance it. Now here comes Kansas City in the wing. They'll circle behind the net. Ridden on a good play by Michael. Forced back there by Kelty. Looking for the back door. It's there. Zim closed that one down. The 5-hole. Boy, you could see 5 sneaking in, Coach, couldn't you?
Yeah,
from the back. And thank God Zim sealed that little fella off.
And that's where our forward high, needs to be able to recognize 5 being in there. He needs to drop down, be able to keep a stick on his stick, keep it up off the ice.
8 minutes to go. 1-goal lead for the Leafs. Played to the point by Kansas City. Stolen on a nice play by Glock. Glock's going to force it to Kinney. Unable to get there. Centering pass attempted by Kinney. He wanted Kelty. Now sent back. And here come the Leafs. They're going to tap it back in again. 8:05 left to go in this one. Good forecheck by Glock to continue on. Shoveled back again. Good pressure by Glock again. Kansas City looking to break the zone. Now broken up on a great forecheck by Glock. Into the corner they go. Now tackled by Kinney. Now sent outside the zone and sent right back in by the Leafs. We'll take a bunch of those shifts right there. Leafs will get a change. Tapped and sent into the net, and a stop and play. Got it all the way down to the 7.5-minute mark with a 1-goal lead. Good to see some hockey over there, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did all that with 2-man down low pressure.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Just to forecheck those 2 guys, have a good cycle, and then, have your third guy just stay high. They don't get a clean break out of the zone, and you have the right amount of coverage.
Tapped and sent to the red line. Kansas City will dump it in. 7-minute mark, 5-4 lead. Leafs trying to knock off the undefeated Kansas City Jets here at home, middle of the afternoon. Slot, good look. Right there, just trickled by Zimmerman. Got enough of it to send it to his left. Point again. Sent furthermore. That's a blazer right to the right of Zimmerman. Someone's got to put the brakes on this thing. Front of that again. Zimmerman forces that one into the 5-hole. Leafs will get a quick change. 7:06 mark here. in the third period. Good saves by Zimmerman.
Yeah, and what you're seeing out of Kansas City right now is their defensemen they're really pushing. They're going to keep things deep. They're pushing really down low and be able to get that cross ice stuff, getting into the traffic of the offense.
Faceoff comes to the right of the goaltender. Quick shoveling pass. They're behind the net again and working. Centering pass again. This will get all the way to the point, finally outside the point. Leafs need a bunch of minor victories here in a row is what they need, because Kansas City has really taken over this hockey game. The Leafs are clinging to a one-goal lead. Tap, that'll get outside the zone. No, it won't. Kept in. Back of the blade. Good feed. Borward there to pick up the pieces. Cade will send it over to the open ice. Not much there. Point-blank shot on Zim on the slapper. One-timer and tapped on a quick stick. I think that's Hansen in the corner. He's able to dump that out of there. Good quick hands by the right-hander from Dowling. Able to get that one out of the zone. 6:24 and counting. This is Springer. They'll check it all the way around to Michael. Leafs better hustle back. Can't leave two guys there for that long. Back in the corner they go. Now tackled in the corner of Michael. Confronted in the corner again, behind the net. Now stolen, here they come. The Leafs able to check it out of the zone. Pass went a little too far, unable to control it was Gooding. They're in front again, short side. Zimmerman lost sight for a minute. Caught part of it with his glove, able to deflect it to his left, keep it on the low side. We're under 6 minutes left here as Michael goes sailing on the red line right in front of us. Now tackled again. Good forecheck and a chippy one by Shepard. Leafs need to win a bunch of minor battles here, Coach. Slot, look out, chance. Zim stood that one down again. Good little run by the freshman. Able to keep him out. 5.5 minutes. Scrum to the right of Zim. In the corner they go. 5-4 Leafs. 5:25 left in the game. Tap now sent outside the zone. The Leafs will skate it. Take it furthermore along. Continuing on, fouled up. One-timer. Wanted Cooker in front of the net. Shoveled out again. Goal would be huge here. Unable to get it. Just missed the glove side and low. As the Leafs look to forecheck and continue on. Pinched by McGrath on a good play. Tapped by Rowland on a good extra look. To Cooker along the wing and sent back in. That's good hockey right there. 4:55 mark. Recognizing the open space and more importantly your own players with the puck at this point. Leafs clinging to that one-goal lead. 4:43 left and counting. 6-0 Kansas City. That's Kinney on the puck. That's Glock as well. Stolen by Kelty, the scrappy left-hander from DCG. Now Kinney, the right-hander. He takes it into the corner. Tries to get Kelty loose. Unable to do it. Now good back check again by those guys. Front of the net again where Kelty's there. Kinney drops it for Kinney. One-timer on net. Caught the goaltender by surprise. Looked like it caught him in the sternum. Juicy rebound, no one to pick it up. Now here come Kansas City in the odd man. Taken furthermore along. Zim there in front. He's able to scramble and get it. Man, good back and forth hockey. We got to stop and play at the 4:09 mark. One goal lead by the good guys.
Here's where discipline in the defensive zone come into play. Down the stretch, 4 minutes to go. When I was coaching, this is where we would run our 1-2-2. We would never give an odd man rush. We just send one guy in, make sure we have 4 guys back. Don't let them be able to set up, and then anything, just send it to the end of the ice in a game like this.
Well, you start to look at your players a little differently too, don't you, Coach?
Yep.
The ones that keep the puck out of the net versus the ones that let anything happen, right?
Yeah.
Back they go. Tapped ahead. Here they come. Pasta shows free. Wanted to get him free, unable to do so. Borward will gather it. Send it to Kissinger. Kissinger, back of his blade now. He's taken off the puck and sent back in. Or Borward will corral it. 3:44 and counting. Play back behind the net. Still there. Now tap furthermore along the wing. Leafs having trouble getting it out of the zone. 3:33 and counting. 1 goal lead. Scrum ensues to the left of Zimmerman, who's come up big as of late. Last 5 minutes, Zim's had at least a half dozen stops that have been point-blank range. Back along the corner they go. Furthermore, see if they can escape the zone. They're able to poke it out. Hansen able to get there as well, and that's Pospisil. May-Pop putting on the pressure behind the net. Tackled by Hansen, unable to control it, and back come Kansas City. Ariel played to the red line. Now they've got a chance again. Now they got a dump pass and a slot chance. Kicked aside on a good active stick by Michael. He's able to control it. Tapped along the boards, not far enough by Springer. Short side. off Zimmerman. Tap it out of the zone, boys. There we go. 2:44 and counting here. Caught Kansas City in a change. We got some ice if we can exploit it. Unable to get it out of the zone. Been a good chance to get that thing down there. The Spikers. Control now sent on a good play by Wade. Scrappy. Wade continues on into the corner. Stolen by Hill. Back he wanted Wade on a give and go. Stolen again. 2:17 left in this one. He played all the way back down. That's an icing call and a stop in play at the 2:13 mark in the third and final. Leafs lead 5-4 against the undefeated Kansas City Jets.
Yeah, and we were able to spell. We had our fourth line out at the last shift. You know, we get down to the 2-minute mark. They did their job. They did it well. They got it deep. You know, just didn't give anything up in the middle. And now we have our top two that could be able to finish this game off. So you put out anybody that you trust that'll be winning one-on-one battles, you know, tie up pucks, tie things up.
Offensive zone face-off to the left of the goaltender. Into the corner they go. Stabbed further along by Cooker. Now in front. Good pinch. Good idea by the Leafs. Now they're just going to escape the zone. McGrath will try to snare this one. Under 2 minutes to go. Now sent all the way back down in. Got a piece of someone. Good break for the Leafs. 1:51 and counting. I feel like Al Michaels from Miracle counting it down, Coach. But that's what we're trying to do here. See if we can get something going. Front of the net, stolen. One-timer, Cooker. Short side. Unable to tuck it in. And Cooker's there again. It looked like Roland that had the last few swipes at it. Back now trapped into the corner. They'll circle it back around again. Good working back in the net again. That's Cooker. Going to play it to the point. Good move. Top down. McGrath. Low one. Front. Juicy rebound. Kept in by Hendry. Hendry will stab it back in. 1:19 and counting. Behind the net they go. See if the Leafs can seal this one off. Trapped into the corner. Tapper. One-timer. Front of the net. Awkward bounce. Smothered by the goaltender. Stop and play at 1:09. Left to go in this one.
Very good shift by that line to be able to hold that puck down deep. We had that third guy staying high. You know, good pressure, just keeping it and getting things to the net. There were some opportunities to put another goal in, but it just being the awareness of just keeping it deep. You know, right now they have Kansas City where they want them. If we can win this faceoff and keep it deep, it holds that goaltender in the net for just a little bit longer. So that for the 6-on-5, I can guarantee you right now, once they leave that zone, the goalie's going to come and it's going to be a 6-on-5. So now it's you know, Scott needs to put in like who his best players are right now. You know, the ones that are grinders, not necessarily
battle winners.
You know, the ones that are going to score goals. It's the ones that you battle with. They are great body position, tying pucks up, all these little things, sacrificing your body. When it comes to a shot, they're going to get in front of it, they're going to take it, and then they can win that blue line in our defensive zone, because it's all about getting out of the blue line, not trying to score an empty netter. It's about winning that blue line in the defensive zone.
Keep throwing it behind that net, take some time off the clock. 1:09 to go. Be an offensive zone face-off for the Leafs as they gather for one last quick second. Came off the bus today with 3 quick ones. Then gave up 4 even quicker ones, Coach. Answered with 2 of their own. They'll go mean green with a minute to go. Offensive zone face-off to the right of the goaltender. It's Kenny Glock and Kelty will take the draw. Board and McGrath in defense. Tapped all the way around. Board on the pinch, able to keep it in. Tapped back by Kelty. A good move. Anything happens back there is good. Sent to the point. One-timer kicked aside and into the net. It's a good 15 seconds there. We'll take that about 3 more times.
Yep.
They'll stay with the same guys. Unable to even pull the goaltender, Coach. Good work by Kelty on the front end of that shift just to kind of keep it behind the net. Looks like Kansas City took another timeout.
It's Oak Leafs.
Oak Leafs did this time.
Oak Leafs took a timeout. I think, just to kind of draw things up, making sure everybody's on the same page. Right now is not where you need to do any pinching unless you have that third guy high and you're 100% sure you got the guy or the puck. Otherwise, let them take it out. You have your back checkers. They got to back check like crazy. and just be pests. You also want to make sure that you have your next guy up on the bench in case one of these guys gets tired and needs to come off and you can't go the full 55. You got the next guy who's going to be hopping on the ice for that next person. You know, it doesn't matter what your role is. It's just you're the next guy up defensively. Because now it's crunch time. This is where, you know, builds character.
Excellent. That's Andrew Wade, guys, painting the picture. That's some really good stuff there. It's Kenny Kelty and Glock on the front line. It's Borrowed McGrath on defense. Those are your 5 Leafs on the ice as they move from right to left. 55 seconds of counting. We had a 1-goal lead. On the draw. Tapped into the corner. Dump it back in behind. Good work by Glock. Kelty now looks to keep it in play. Backed up now sent. See if they can break the zone. They're able to chip it across. Kenny in a foot race. The corner short side Zimmerman. Kenny cut off the angle. 34 seconds to go. Tapped out of there by Borrud. Now sent to the wing. And all the way past the post. 29 seconds of counting. Glock continues to be pesky. Back they go. Now Glock, front of his blade, is able to send it all the way down. And Mean Green did their job. Looks like Scott's going to stick with him even for the last 22, Coach. No, he is going to make a move.
Right now, you want a face-off guy that's going to win that face-off for you. You know, and then just use the glass. You know, you win it back to your defenseman, high off the glass, get it out of the zone. If it doesn't get out of the zone, forward's got a pressure, then you go right to the defenseman, get it out of the win the blue line. There it is.
Forward able to clear it. Just missed the net. That would have sealed it. 16.4 seconds. The Leafs were that close to knocking off the undefeated Kansas City Jets. As Borrud took, man, he didn't miss that little fella by much either.
No. I would have rather have seen him just flip it up in the air and give it and see if it will trickle in. It just takes more time off the clock than just firing it down.
Point, look out. Front of the net, post. There, that back door. Unable to get it. Front of the net again, now chapped ahead. Sent to the wing. 8 seconds to go. It's going to get to the point. Good play there by Pospisil. He's going to dump it off the glass, and the Leafs are going to come to town and beat the 6-0 Kansas City Jets by the score 5-4. Good effort by the boys in blue.
So it was a much-needed, you know, win. And you coming down here, I think we were thinking, you know, if we can get a split, you know, that'd be a good thing coming out of Kansas City. But coming down here, winning that first one, now going in tomorrow, you have an opportunity to win another one against a very good Kansas City team and leave out of Kansas City in Kansas City with 4 points. That's going to do wonders for you in the standings and then in the confidence of the team, you know, especially coming from Tuesday where it was a heartfelt game and couldn't muster any goals. To come out here, score 3 quick ones, get down, you know, 4-3, and then to bounce back to be able to, you know, get out of here with a 5-4 victory. That's a roller coaster ride throughout the whole game. So good job out of the Oak Leafs for just continuing the battle.
No scoring in the third period. All 9 goals came in the first 2. The Leafs win this one 5-4. The Kansas City Jets now move to 6-1. The Leafs move to 7-3. We're going to scrape. We'll be back for Varsity Ant. This is Dan Kinney with Andrew Wade. We'll be back in a short while.